Hi everyone, I'm SarreaRea and thanks for tuning in for my review of Married at First Sight Season 10. I believe I'm reviewing episodes 12 and 13 right now. Hi guys, peekaboo, it's me. Um, okay, so I'm about to do another unedited episode, an unedited review. Because I'm trying to get it out there. Trying to get it out there. Where have I been? Yeah. All right, let me try to do as quick of an intro as possible so I could just get to the review and finish this quickly. Clearly, I am way behind. How are you guys all doing? I hope that you're all well, but I can imagine that um, the virus, is all around. So that's kind of what happened to me. Not personally, but um, I had to quarantine away from my home. Um, so I was gone from my studios for a little while and also didn't have direct access to watch MAFS live for a couple weeks. So it was that. And, it's a bit um, it was a bit of a thing. So anyway, the family's doing much better now, health wise and stuff. So it was all of that. So reality world takes a backseat when real life gets really real. You know, but thanks to anybody that reached out and just even if you just thought and wondered where I was, thanks for your thoughts. I'm not abandoning my edited reviews because I love doing that and even adding the music and stuff, but it takes hours to edit and stuff. So yeah, but I still want to get my opinions out there and whatnot. Ooh, by the way, we are no longer in Panama, as beautiful as that country and my tribute flag was, but it was so overdue since we have not been there since the honeymoon episodes. But I was wondering, I'm like, what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? So because since we're in DC this season and the Panama flag colors are the same as the DC license plate, I just was like, oh, okay, I can kind of use some of the pieces that I already had for the flag, the Panama flag, and reuse some of it and repurpose some of it to do a little DC license plate tribute. So these are the colors, right? Anybody in DC, if you can see it, I know my ring light is kind of, whatever. Anybody who knows that DC is a place that is taxed, but they ain't got no representation. So on the license plate, it says taxation without representation. So I got the tax and a check, and I just wrote rep, short for representation. I was gonna write out representation, and then slash. Anyway, all right, move on. All right, let's just talk about our couples. Let's just talk about our couples and unedited. So I hope you remember who I'm talking about because we ain't got no pictures. All right, so let's start. Who am I gonna start with? Happy Georgia? No, I'm gonna start with somebody stupid. Let's start with Taylor and what's his name? Mr. Reed. Okay, so Brandon, their whole blah, 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 whatever. Okay, so like it's like they're together, they're not. They're together, they're not. I mean, what were they even in episode 11? I don't even remember. I think he walked out on her, and how they even got back together, I don't even remember, and I don't even care that much because it's so foolish. They are such a mismatched couple because their attitudes are so weird. They're so both incredibly defensive. Um, they have this weird, like, they want to be connected with each other because I guess they both find each other attractive. But like the moment one of them says something a little bit off or something a little bit too whatever, it's just like, do you want to be together? I know that's Taylor. Do you like want to be? Like, are you sure? So I do remember that in one of the episodes, they went to, I mean, I just found this funny, but they um, go to Brandon's hometown, which is DC. So, they could have walked, but they go to his childhood home, I guess. Whether or not his family still lives there, he was able to access I guess, the community basketball court, whatever, that's behind the row of houses where he lived. And he said that he spent a lot of time there playing basketball and stuff. And him and, Taylor just started playing a couple of, pickup game. And, I don't know. It just was so forced. It was just so forced. Brandon, in all his foolishness, was trying. Taylor and her very much, she wants what she wants out of life for her. Was trying, I guess. I mean, I think he could probably say that he was happy that she didn't pull out her phone to be like, IG with my husband, IG with husband, with hubby, I guess. Did they get in a fight before? Did they kind of like, No, because I think that was coming up in the next episode. But you could just tell they are 2 seconds away from, breaking up again or whatever. It's just silly. Moving on. Derek and Katie. The main thing that's coming out of their story again is that Derek's whole thing is that, his story, they're really playing into his, haven't been in love. For their little visit, they go to his his not his childhood home, because he's lived all over, but the garage of, I guess, his father's home in Maryland. And so he can look at some some stuff from high school and maybe some stuff from college, so that she can get to know him a little bit better through memories and keepsakes. She's able to look at, I think if it wasn't a yearbook, it was at least his senior pictures. Some of his writing and his poetry writing surfaces, and Katie just about loses her mind right there in the garage. And it's a very deep poem that talks about almost like a breakup. But I think he wrote it in like 9th or 10th grade. And he said it wasn't that he had like just experienced a breakup or anything. He just said it was in his mind that he imagined that's what it would be like, or that's what it would feel like, or whatever, is what he said. And she was like, wow, I don't even know who you are, And they also uncovered some other things, like, I guess he had some kind of typical American kind of like college campusy experience. I went to a school in the city, so I didn't have that, and I also didn't do any like fraternity stuff. So, but I guess when you do fraternity stuff, whatever, I don't care. But so it was some kind of like epic date that he went on with this girl, and it included doing something really super adventurous. I'm forgetting one of the things, but why did it sound like going like an elephant ride or whatever? No, I'm making that up, or I'm confusing that with like Tiger King or something. But it was something. I felt it was something. It wasn't like skinny dipping. It didn't have something to do with like an animal or breaking in somewhere and doing something, whatever. Again, Katie's just like, oh my gosh, da da da. Who are you? So of course she's made out to be this bratty person who is just like, because Derek is reacting like, what? What? Yes, I did these things. Yes, I said these things. Yes, this is all a part of me. No, I've never been in love. Um, Here's the thing. Remember, I was a number one Katie hater, okay? But remember, I've since come off of that. I done gave her the MAFS award once. So here I am kind of defending Katie. Listen to what I'm saying. I, what he, I, Katie, she's being stupid. Trust. Um, what I think she's trying to express, or what I think she's feeling, is she's experiencing this guy who's saying that he's never fallen in love, and it's almost like she's experiencing him not being able to even express feelings of love and deep feelings of love or whatever, seemingly. Although he will jump into the shower with you and not give you your alone time, okay? That she has felt. A little smothered, but but then she sees this really deep side of him, this kind of like, let me whisk you off and like let's do something super like adventurous, like where he can plan something really like special. And maybe she feels like he hasn't done that for her yet, which to me, I'm just like, Katie, it's been a month. Like, you're doing everything that the show tells you to do right now. I mean, how much spontaneity can he even do right now? So sometimes with the spouses and their expectations during the show are really unrealistic. Like, I feel like give the show a chance, because like to me it's about the meat. You might as well just say yes on decision day to actually give the marriage a chance, if y'all both can say yes. But so on that end, I get the frustration. It is juvenile and it is immature, but I get it because she so desires it and she so wants it. She wants it now. Um but she just doesn't see it, and now it's now all of a sudden it's kind of like in her face, like, oh my gosh, so you can get there. She's thinking this whole time that he hasn't experienced it because he can't get there, but she's clearly now seeing like, oh my gosh, you could totally get there. So the only thing I would say to Katie is, Katie, you haven't missed out in a way, or it's not like he is giving his heart away. I mean, he hadn't. That he has admitted. It's not like he went around telling a bunch of girls that he did love them. So, that's kind of the major thing, I think, still with them. So I don't remember there wasn't a resolve with them as far as I remember. Okay. Yeah, that's them. Moving on. Should I end on a good? I'm gonna end on a better note. Let's move on to. All right, let's just get it out of the way. Stupid Zach and Mindy. So obviously, finally, their marriage has come to an end, as it should have a long time ago. But it was Mindy who just really had to pull the plug. She really did not. She wasn't backed or truly supported by, the experts. They never really came down hard on Zach. The most Zach did was stay over a couple nights or two. He never committed. He never put his all in ever. I mean, he was never a husband ever. Um, I hope that, just on a logistical standpoint, from the show's, whatever the show does or gives or compensates for, whatever is written in a contract. Again, I don't know what has happened on the episodes that I haven't seen yet. Okay, so I still got 2 plus the new episode that's about to come out tomorrow. Um, so like I don't know what has happened, right? But as far as what happened up to episode 13, he's currently out of the picture, but I just hope that he is punished as much as possible. Like, I hope that he does not get whatever is promised if you get to the end of the show, like to the end of whatever the contract is. You know what I'm saying? Whatever compensation, obviously the apartment is kind of part of that compensation. So he never really took advantage of that. Fine. But if there's monetary compensation, whatever. And maybe he really already gave that up because he was like, I'm not, living with her. But the fact is, he's still got enough screen time doing and participating in all of the events that they did. Um, you know, uh, obviously, I guess he's going to be at the reunion show, which, it's kind of six on one and half a dozen on the other, I guess, because I feel like I don't want to get him to have any more screen time because I feel like any screen time is screen time, and I believe that he's just there for the fame. He's there for his face to be remembered so that whatever business that he has gives him recognition and notoriety. So for that, I really hate that. But at the same time, sure, of course, I want Kevin Frazier because he better be it, yo. Don't if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Lifetime. I want Kevin Frazier to come at him. Anyway, but Mindy, it went on a little bit too long, but the thing that I guess was revealed was the bad action, the thing that Zach claimed that he had on Mindy was, and that I guess he must have learned from Mindy's friend Lindsay, was that Mindy's ex, which I don't know, I guess was it an ex-boyfriend, I guess, or whatever, I don't know if that person offered to pick her up from the airport when she was coming home from Panama, or did she text him first and be like, hey, I need someone to pick me up from the airport, which, wow, did the show not provide this? I don't know. But regardless, this person did not end up picking her up. And it seemed like Mindy was just like, no. Anyway, so I'm assuming maybe that person offered or whatever. But then again, that they didn't go further into that. Like, does that mean that, this is somebody that is just a friend of Mindy's, which there's no harm in that, obviously, if it is just an honest friend. So like that was her bad behavior and something that she apparently lied about. Ugh, Zach is a nasty gaslighter. Ridiculous. I mean, Dr. Viviana did speak with him, and she met with him after Mindy made her decision, and he did not believe that he ever lied to her. He did admit that he did not reveal everything to her and that he did keep some things from her, but he definitely said that he did not think that was equal to lying. So, if you're on Zach's game, if you're on Zach's wavelength, that's your definition of lying. Or if you have a definition of lying as in it has to be like, no, this is blue. That's your only definition of lying, then I hope you never get into a relationship with anybody. I pray for anybody, whoever comes in contact with you, and that they see your deception from the beginning. Anyway, Mindy had a divorce party for herself with some of her friends, and that was as far as I saw. Moving on. Michael and Mika. Michael done made Mika even mad. Was it possible? It was. Mika, I thought we already saw Mika flip out. No, we did not. My girl done Mika done flipped out, and Michael's lips done pursed even more. His face just stay like that. And so like Michael, oh my gosh, like Mika got him really good. When I say got him really good, I'm just saying, like, what she said to him was, if it was not the truth, I mean, don't come for Mika. Let me tell you that. Anybody in this world, let me just tell you this. My girl, like if you, anybody who's going to interact with my girl Mika, make sure your ducks are in a row. Okay. I mean, you need to be lined up. All right. Get your facts straight. Cause she gonna check and double check. And like, I guess she asked Michael about his salary. And I mean, the girl's trying to make it work. Okay. The rest of us would have been out from when Michael was doing his, you know, yoga pose. But, I mean, before that. But like, definitely from then. And then finding out that he wasn't a teacher. But, like, it's just, she's trying to make it work. Mika's a finance girl. She's, you know, I mean, like the joining of assets, the joining of money and stuff like that. Derek already got, you know, Katie on his insurance. So people are making moves to make the marriage legit, okay? Bringing two lives into one. So she's asking about his money. And remember before, when he was going for that principal position, he was about to come in and make that double income, right? Ooh, what a letdown. So now she wants to know, okay, so then what is it now? And being that he is now doing this other job, which is a straight up lateral move, which could easily be, you know, a drop in income. Depending. I mean, you going from what? School to school, county to county, or whatever. I mean, charter to public. I mean, that doesn't necessarily mean an increase in salary. It could either be staying the same or you could drop a couple down, you know, a couple G's. So she just wanted to know. And so he showed her and it just wasn't adding up. And Mika was like, she talked directly to the producer and was just like, do you want him? I do not want a liar. And she was just like, I'm a mathematician. It does not add up, you know? Like, my girl Mika. Anyway, so Michael's a liar. We already knew this. We knew this from Lie 2. And we also knew, those of us with like deep insight, like really thought about it, read between the lines, especially since he kept bringing it up, because I'm adopted, because I'm adopted, because I'm adopted. It was like, okay, this is not new. Like, this is a habit, clearly. So it finally came to the surface, you know, that he's been doing this his whole life. Mika also met with his sister, who like confirmed that reality. I'm not saying that your family gotta like snitch on your really questionable, I can't call that a habit, because that's more than a habit. That's a problem. That's an addiction, basically. I mean, that's you know, you need therapy. Like, I mean, it's not, I don't even, that is not a joke. You need help. You need legit therapy. Like, that needs help. And I really am upset at his family, because what they did was actually go beyond covering for him at the beginning of the season by telling Mika, don't push him because he's going to shut down. So it's just like, y'all know. Y'all should have had a really negative response to Michael wanting to do this foolishness, knowing that he was a big old liar. No. So, I mean, Mika has sympathy for his lies because of the origin of it. And it's like, yeah, that's nice. And I understand. And yes, poor Michael, oh dear, oh dear. But at this point, you still should be moving forward towards divorce because this man needs help. He does not need a wife. He needs genuine help. You know what I'm saying? And it would have to be something. No, I can't. I'm not going to say that because your life is going to be severely impacted while he gets his trauma under control. It's already impacted. We're watching this happen on TV. I mean, it's so bad that Michael actually thought that it was going to be okay for him to come on television. I mean, I feel sorry on that. I feel sorry for you, Michael, because now everybody knows your secrets. Oh, so yeah, and it's only gonna, I mean, I can only imagine it's only gonna get worse. I mean, I peeped by accident some of the tweets from the last 2 episodes that I saw, and it just, I mean, they cracking jokes, but you know, oh my gosh. So, you know, Mika is one thing. She is supportive. She is supportive. You know, what she is properly demanding by, because what Mika always came back and said, is like, she's literally not afraid of a problem. She's not afraid of the truth, as scary as it might be. But she's like, but you just have to be honest with me. But here's where the double-edged sword is, Mika. The honesty is the problem, babe. He can't be honest. That's the problem. The problem is his need to be false and to hide behind the lies. He cannot be honest. So what you need, and what everybody needs and deserves in a relationship. So so you even just saying, so just be honest with me, babe. I can handle it, whatever. It's like telling the addict, just put it down. You can't. You cannot help him. You cannot motivate him. He needs actual help. So, you know, so unless you're gonna say like, okay, he's going to continue to lie to me, unless you're gonna accept that for a while and watch him go through therapy, and then you're gonna watch him continue to lie to you and hide things from you and whatever, that's how it would have to be, babe. So that's them. Moving on to our last couple, Jessica and Austin. So although they're, you know, still my favorite #1 couple, they, you know, aren't necessarily in the best place from the standpoint of, Jessica definitely was annoying me in these last 2 episodes. And at first, I'm gonna be very honest, at first I was just like, I was like real frustrated with her. I was, Jessica, girl, shut up. I was happy that she did come out, because I think that was in my last review, that she did come out and just say, I love you, Austin. And she didn't wait. Fine, yes, you can say how you feel. You want to say it, fine. Because the Disney ending doesn't exist, and you shouldn't wait for that. You shouldn't, you know, want it. I want it to be perfect so that we can say I love you on the same night, at the same time, okay? But then it kind of became more, it still kind of lingered where she still was pressing, and even though she already said it, she was still kind of pressing and still wanting and still kind of frustrated and still expressing her frustration that Austin has not said I love you yet. And kind of letting that be known, that was annoying. And I'm like, girl. And I think my biggest thing, which I think I said in my last review, was that if he is showing you his love in action all the time, it doesn't mean to forget about the words, but like, can't you just hold on Can't you just hold on to that for a little while longer, you know. But the thing that the major activity that they did not go to anyone's hometown or anything, right? Austin is from West Virginia or just Western Virginia? No, I think it's West Virginia. And then Jessica is from someplace else. But they didn't go anywhere. What they did do was go to a beach somewhere, I think. Or maybe they just went somewhere sandy or someplace, whatever. Sat down and wrote letters to their younger selves, which I was just like, oh my gosh, how boring. I I think the activity's fine for, like, you know, our group of friends, a book club that wants to just like, let's write, you know, who's got that much time on their hands, or just so like into whatever, or just like a personal whatever. I'm like, is Austin really like, you know? But I'm just like, all right, you know what? It's the show, whatever. It's an assignment. But then Austin, oh my gosh. Okay, Jessica wrote something, and then she kind of wrote like, spend more time, you know, with Nana, because, you know, eventually I guess her grandmother did pass away and whatever. So and she kind of got teary-eyed, and Austin was right there, like consoling her. And that's what I mean, Jessica, like, your man is, Austin is doing everything right. I also feel like Austin is he's so genuine with it too. Like, he doesn't, it's not that he reminds me of anybody. It's just like Austin, he just, so he just came right back. It just, and they just make such a good couple. It was real. It wasn't put on. It was just whatever. Austin, I mean, he wrote his letter, and I just feel like I fell in love with Austin all over again. Oh yeah, Austin's my number one. I love him. And my guy wrote this letter and to himself. I just loved it. I love when guys open up and are sentimental in a honest way, but that is honest for them and genuine for them, or whatever. Like, you know, so like, it didn't end up being like a corny activity. It was actually really cool for them. And then one of the things that he said, he was like, you know, he admitted to like not trying his hardest in school, like academically, because he really had the mindset and thought that like his life was going to be baseball, and it wasn't. So you could just see his maturity and how he looked back and was like, you know, you know, that idea of like youth is wasted on the young. But it was just nice to see. Austin. I love me some Austin. Oh, maybe my MAFS award goes to Austin. Have I given it to a guy this season? I think I've just given it to my girls. Austin, hands down. MAFS to Austin. MAFS to Austin. I was actually going to give the MAFS award to Dr. Viviana's wardrobe, because she be slaying all day or day. But no, this goes to Austin. What? Austin. Anyway, the last thing I'll say about them is that I thought about it again, and here's what I will say. I empathize a little bit more with Jessica. I get it when I do not support pushing somebody when they're not comfortable, especially when it's just like, Jessica, girl, you done married the man. He's your husband. Okay? You got him. Okay? But, so calm down, girl. The man is going to say yes on decision day. Okay? But where I will say I can empathize is, I guess it's frustrating when you want someone to be at the same pace as you are. So maybe that's where I wasn't thinking before. So I guess I can get that, Jessica. I can get that. But calm down, girl. calm down, because you got a great man and he's yours. Okay? So, anyway, that's my review. So that's episodes 12 and 13. Unedited, y'all. Let me know what you think. Comment. Let me know what you think. Sorry, I've been gone for so long. And if you liked this review, please like. And if you like my unedited reviews, let me know what you think. But again, I just wanted to get this out. That's why I'm doing it unedited. That's why I'm trying to do these unedited, just to get these out as quickly. You know, otherwise I'll never get them out if I try to do edited versions. Okay, guys. All right. Hopefully I'll get the next 2 reviews up quickly, and then also get up to date for this week's episode. Okay, bye.